Create a written business plan for your business idea. This is a key difference between businesses that succeed or fail. A business plan is needed to get funding. A business plan is important to the process of thinking through what you're going to do before you start. And a business plan acts as a benchmark for measuring the progress after the business is in operation. To start this thing, you need a financial goal. What are the financial measures that you'll use to determine if you're successful? And you need a satisfaction goal. How are you going to know if you are satisfied with what you're doing besides just the money? Start by describing what you're going to sell your customers. You need to be able to answer that question in very simple and concise terms. What are the features? Things like how big, how much it weighs, what color it is, and what are the advantages? Why is this an advantage over other products of similar nature in the marketplace? But the most important thing is, what are the benefits? What benefit will your customers derive from buying your product? Explain how you can make enough of the product or perform the services to meet your goals. There are many businesses who have failed by their inability to grow or to increase the production of the product or the service and fall short of delivering what they have promised. Identify the risk: liability for injuries or harm, inventory, in other words, providing too much product or too few customers, infringing on someone else's brand or trademark or idea, or using other people's. Determine what type of licenses, if any, you might need in order to sell or make your product. The government has an interest in your success. It also has an interest in protecting your potential customers from people who don't share your high standards. Who will buy your product or service? Who needs what you offer? Who are the people you're going to sell to? Do a competitive analysis. Identify the people who are already doing the things that you want to do or providing the products that you want to provide. What are their strengths and their weaknesses, and how does that make your product competitive? And describe what makes your product a unique service. Determine how much it's going to cost to do your business. How much are you going to need to start it up? Materials, labor, marketing, rent, equipment. Now, some of these things may be available to you for free or for a little amount of money, but you want to be able to keep in mind that they may not be available to you for little or nothing forever. Determine the cost of offering your product or service and the price you'll charge in order to make a profit. In order to do that, you need to create a cash flow projection. And it's easy to be very optimistic when you do this. And you should create a very optimistic cash flow projection. But you probably should also create one that is both realistic and pessimistic, because things don't always work out as optimistically as you think they will. From there, you need to determine what you're going to do with the profit, the money you're going to make. Are you going to reinvest it back in the business? Are you going to spend it? Are you going to save it? Or are you going to share it with your worker bees? Speaking of worker bees, what personnel are you going to need to do this? You know, a famous business consultant said, even if you're going to be the only person in your business, define the various jobs and write the job description for each one of those jobs. That gives you a good basis to go with if you decide that you're going to change. If you're going to change and hire people, you can find the people that will replace you in the jobs that, well, maybe they can do better than you can. Or maybe you want to replace somebody in a job that you don't want to do. But by creating the job descriptions and defining the various jobs to be done, even if you're going to do them all yourself, you're in a good position to make transition to having employees and associates. What are you going to do to promote your business to potential customers? You know, it's easy to believe that they're just all going to come flowing in the door or calling you, but you have to promote it. and that's called marketing. So what is your plan for promotion and marketing? Today's world, social media and the internet is a very important way to sell products, to promote them, to market them. You need to think that through. What are you going to use? How are you going to use the internet and social media to promote what it is that you have to offer? And flyers, they're still important. Even a business card. So design a flyer or a poster for your product or service. Here's a poster, maybe a little bit too busy, but it's an example of the kind of thing that you need to produce for your business. And of course, when you're done, fill in the worksheet.